Hi everyone, this week's track walk is at Zolder Grand Prix, which is turning out to be a really enjoyable track in the Spec Racer Ford. I hope you're having as much fun driving here as I've been having. For the SRF, there are only 7 significant corners here at Zolder, and 4 of those are heavy braking zones that lead off of fast straights and lead onto fast straights. So your braking performance will be paramount to a fast time here. So try and move your brake bias as far rearward as you can. That will make the rear brakes do more work, and that will help you brake later and harder, which will increase your overall speed. Since it's a pretty straightforward track, I'm going to show you just one lap, a 1 minute 51.558. As usual, I'm running the baseline setup, though I guarantee as soon as it comes qualifying and race time, I will definitely be moving my own brake bias backwards. I use a Logitech G27 wheel and pedal set with the H-pattern shifter. All aids and assists are turned off. I left foot brake. Turn 1 is a 3rd gear corner. I remain in 4th gear down the pit straight and get as close to the wall as I can, and I'll start braking just at the last zero sugar signage. It's quickly down to 3rd gear and trail brake just a little after turn-in to help the car rotate on this slick surface. I want to be increasing my throttle and be at full throttle before apex, where I want to have my left tires over the curbing. This is a nice constant radius corner with lots of track room, so I'm not going to worry if I pick up some oversteer. I'll just open up my steering a little or feed a little more power in. Up to 4th gear and track out all the way to driver's right. Use the green painted area if needed. There's plenty of grip over there. This lap I turned in just a hair too soon, which kept me from getting on throttle as quickly as I wanted and lost me maybe as much as half a tenth. Turn 2 is also 3rd gear. I'm going to brake about halfway between the end of the bright white painted line that marks the end of the pit lane exit and the small gap in the fence on driver's right. There's a little bit of banking that ends right after apex, so the car will pick up understeer. Maintain the steering input and carry that radius through turn 3. Try not to run over the bollards at the exit of 2. If you're unlucky, they'll cause you to spin, and at worst they can actually destroy your engine, which they have done to me. Turn 4. Stay in 4th gear. Brake just after the end of the first access road. Aim to apex just after the bollards on the inside curb. Get on power as soon as you can and try to be at full power by apex with all of your steering complete. There's quite a bit of fall off at track out, so you probably won't be able to get any steering done then. Turn 5. I stay in 4th gear as I wouldn't be in 5th long enough to justify the gear change. I'm braking just at the corrugated fence on the right and go down to 3rd. This is a real thread the needle chicane. The more you can straight line the chicane, the more speed you'll be able to carry down the next straight, but also the more likely you are to spin by bouncing off those curbs. I think that ideally you should lightly touch both curbs, but take as much as you're comfortable with. You will lose speed if you hit them too hard though. Here I turned in a little too late, which caused me to miss the first curb and hit the second harder than I really wanted to. Turn 7. This is a tricky complex. You can't see the corner ahead very well, and there really aren't any great braking references. If you have shadows turned on in iRacing, then brake just after the sunshine splotch that crosses the track. Otherwise, you'll need to look for the bare tree trunk that you can see next to my left mirror. It's only visible for a fraction of a second, so you'll need to be ready for it. Brake hard down to 2nd gear. Trail brake a little and take as much of the first curb as possible. Stay off the white bollards as they'll throw you off line. Try and get all your turning for the left done before you reach the second curb. You should be at full power before you turn in for the final right, and use the lift during your upshift to third gear to help the front end tuck in. There should be one smooth steering input of right, left, right for this whole complex. For turn 8, brake right about the 100 marker and go down to second gear. Use trail braking to help you turn in. You should be able to go back to power almost right away and be at full throttle before you reach track out. Use all of the curbing at apex and at track out. For turn 2, brake at the light post that's after the 100 marker and go down to second gear. Trail brake down to about a car's length away from the apex on the left. Try and be at full power as quickly as possible and carry a late apex through that final right.